What it do? Welcome to HoodSoul Wisdom. First and foremost, I appreciate you tapping in. I hope this episode finds you in the very best of every single aspect possible, including but not limited to mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Those are and forever will be my highest hopes and prayers for you and yours. I'm your host, Ruby. Glad you came through to Align and Thrive. This episode is brought to you by Forever Wise Coaching. Align and thrive with your health and wellness in mind. And Forever Wise Apparel, conscious wear with the essence of a G. Episode 6. Believe it or not, you're the one. Actually, you're the one. You might be tripping out like, what the fuck is she talking about? The one for what? But me, I don't believe in coincidences. I believe every single thing is divinely orchestrated. Each and every one of us is exactly where we're supposed to be. Even if you may be going through some shit right now and be like, what? This is really where I'm supposed to be? Yeah, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. The point in life in which we are currently living in is supposed to teach us something. Beneath the surface or staring right at us is a lesson to be learned where we're at. And that's where the whole when you know better, you do better comes into play. Because as we're going through these situations in life, we're presented with lessons to be learned. It doesn't necessarily mean that you may be going through a bad point in your life. You could be going through a happy point in your life. But in reality, there's always a lesson to be learned. And the thing is, you're going to hear me say this a lot, but when you know better, you do better. Because once we do better, then we begin to shift our experience. And we don't recycle or repeat the same experiences. So next time something comes up similar to our current experience, we'll know how to handle it better and how to go about it. And that's how cycles are broken. So right now that you're here with me, listening to what I got to say, by the way, I appreciate you for being here. But yeah, you're here for a reason. And I strongly believe that if you keep tuning in, it's because you're the one. So again, the one for what? I think you're here to heal. I think you want to dive in deeper into yourself. I think you're ready to push forward and go through life in a conscious manner, as opposed to simply being on autopilot 24/7. And that's a whole another episode within itself. But what I'm here to talk about, I'm here to piggyback off of last week's episode that was on healing. I had a couple of people let me know that the episode was too short, or they wanted just a little bit more to it, which I completely understand, because when it comes to healing, man, that's a journey and there's a lot to it. So today I want to touch more on the reason why it's important and how you're the one, whether you believe it or not. But I read this post, right? And it said something like, it ran in my family up until it ran into me. I believe you're the one to break these cycles, because a lot of us go through life and we just accept everything that's given. We just accept it. We just go with it. It's like, man, well, that's all I know. It runs in my family. Man, I'm on some like, fuck that type of shit. No, it don't. It ran in the family up until it ran into me. Why? Because now I'm conscious. Now I know better. Now I'm going to do better. Now I'm going to handle things differently. Moms, pops, grandpa, grandma, they probably didn't know. But me, I know. And that's where this comes in, because I believe our generation is learning. We're learning from our parents' mistakes. And I don't even want to call them mistakes. I'll say we're learning from our parents' experiences. And we're learning how to apply that to ourselves so that our children don't have to go through what we went through or what we may be going through now. And when I say you're the one, it's like, man, our generation has that power to heal our family lineage, not just moving forward, but the ones that came before us. And how does that happen? Imagine that you go through life and you weren't raised in the best manner. Moms, pops did their best, but sometimes their best still left us with aspects of ourselves that need to be healed. And we carry that with us, right? And when we carry that with us, we see moms and pops in a certain way. Sometimes our relationship may even have a rift. So when you heal yourself, you'll no longer blame them for anything, because you'll understand. And at the same time, when you heal yourself, your children and those around you that you communicate with, that you have in your life, they won't need to heal from you, because you'll be healthy, emotionally healthy. And emotional health is very, very important, because The way we feel emotionally is the way we communicate with the world. Think about it. I'm going to give you a quick analogy. I don't know if when you were little, you ever had some of those glasses that were like a certain color. Like I remember putting blue glasses on and I looked around and everything around me was blue. The whole world was blue. You know, the whole perspective changed once you put those glasses on. So now think about this. What if we lived through life with glasses of fear, glasses of pain, glasses of anger, glasses of lack of patience, glasses that are hurt? What if we walk around and view the world with those glasses of our hurt emotions? You're looking at the world and you're communicating with the world in that perspective. So that's where healing comes in, because if we're communicating with the world while we're looking at it in that perspective of hurt, of pain, of trauma, then that's a way we're communicating. And that's a type of emotions that those around us get from us. And if that's the case, we're not healed. So guess what? We're also inflicting all of that we carry with us. I think it's a trip. It all comes down to love, to learning how to love and be loved, accept love. A lot of us may not even notice that we don't know how to love or properly receive love. It may be so foreign to us that we confuse it with all types of other emotions. But the thing is that once we acknowledge that and we begin to heal ourselves and we take off those glasses of pain, of hurt, of anger, of doubt, then everything around us shifts. Everything around us changes. And why is that important? When it comes to the future generations, it's important because personally for me, I don't want my son having to heal himself at my age for pain that I inflicted on him when he was a child. When we know better, we do better. It's a forever practice. Trust and believe that. But the way I see it is like, man, it's already a world out there that has so many expectations of us, so many judgments for us. Why should we come home and deal with the same? Why should we come home and still have all of these insecurities inflicted on us? So when you heal yourself, not only are you healing yourself, not only is it something wonderful that you're letting go of that's going to help you feel lighter and feel better, but you're healing those around you. And that creates ripples. That creates worthiness on a whole family line. Imagine if everything that you may have wanted for yourself, self-love, self-confidence, everything that you may be working on right now, imagine if your child grows up with that. And they're so sure and confident of themselves their entire life. How would that be different? How much could they achieve? You know how good it feels when you believe in yourself and you just pump yourself up and you know you got this? Imagine how good that feels to have that your whole life. And I believe that's what we're here for. So how do you know what you may have to heal? I think that's something that I'm still learning. And the way I learn it is whatever triggers me is calling to be felt and healed and released. So I start paying attention to my triggers. Sometimes I'm not patient. I lack patience. Sometimes my mood could shift real quick to where I get angry for probably no apparent reason. And I was learning that as we're growing up, some of these emotions are not desirable from our caretakers. You know, sometimes our kids get angry, or those younger than us get angry. They lack patience, and man, we get angry back at them. Like, man, you better check yourself. Don't talk to me like that. We teach our children to shove their emotions down. And when they're shoving their emotions down, they're not letting those emotions be expressed. So now as an adult, all those emotions that you've been learning to repress, sometimes they come out suddenly. So that's how I'm learning it. It's like, man, like lack of patience, anger. I need to heal that. I need to let that go. And one of the best ways to heal, I mentioned last week, you could heal through art, through music, through writing, through dancing, anything that fulfills you. But sometimes an easy way to heal is when you feel this emotion coming up. Let's say you feel anger, you feel fear coming up. Instead of shoving it down, welcome it, open your arms to it, feel it. Don't react to it. Don't attach to it. Just feel it surge through your body. Because emotions are energy in motion. Emotions are energy in motion. So it's this energy that moves within your vessel, moves within your body, and it wants to be released. The thing is that a lot of us may be like, man, fuck that. I ain't trying to feel that way. Nah, I ain't even going to go through that. So instead, what do? We numb ourselves. We go out there. Some of us use drugs. Some of us use alcohol. Some of us use food. Some of us use our phones mindlessly scrolling through social media all day. Anything that keeps our mind from feeling. Anything that keeps our mind busy from actually going within. And that thing is that no matter how much you ignore these emotions, they come up and you get triggered on a day-to-day basis. Why? Because that energy and motion wants to be felt. It wants to be released. So again, one of the easiest ways to do this is to welcome these emotions, but don't attach to them. Don't sit there and start thinking about, oh, well, this is why this feeling came up and this is what I got to do about it. Nah, get your mind blank, feel it, let it surge through your body. Like I know when I feel fear, sometimes I feel it in my heart area. When I feel anger, I kind of feel it in my chest, that heat. So it's like I'm learning how to identify my emotions. And as I learn how to identify them and as they come up, man, sometimes I just slow down, open my hands, both of my hands open. I just feel this feeling and let it flow. Let it flow. I don't pay attention to the thoughts that were attached to it. I don't attach any more thoughts to it. I just let it flow. And before I know it, it's gone. That's it. I don't even know what thought brought it up, but it's just not there no more. And again, the reason all of this is important is because when we heal those around us, those that came before us and those that are to come. And it doesn't even necessarily mean your children. It could be your partner. It could be your friends. It could be any interaction with anyone that you have around you. Because when you're healed, no one needs healing from their interactions with you. So I hope this helps. If anybody wants any more feedback or any more ways of delving into this, let me know. I am always more than happy to help. Before I wrap it up, right? Make sure y'all tap in. Follow me on IG at HoodSoul Wisdom, at Forever Wise Coaching, and at Forever Wise Apparel for updates, giveaways, and merch drops. And if you haven't yet, do yourself a favor and click the link on the bio at HoodSoul Wisdom to download 8 affirmations to help you tap in and align with your essence. And subscribe to the email list so you're always up on game with what I got coming next. I appreciate you coming through, and as always, may the higher powers guide you, protect you, and fully equip you with a pure mind, good health, and a solid spirit. With much love, respect, and sincerity, I'm out.